Hello, lovelies. This is 5 Minute Manifesting, and I'm your host, Lovey Brown. Thank you so much for listening. I am thrilled that you are here. I just want to take a moment and ask you to double check your focusing. Sometimes when we're focusing, we can really focus on the lack or what we don't want instead of focusing on what we do want, because we feel like we're thinking about what we want all the time. How is this not focusing on what I want? When in reality, something that Abraham Hicks says is that every subject is really two subjects. Like the having of the thing or experience or whatever, and the lack of that thing or experience. And so if we're not careful, we can feel like we're focusing on exactly what we want when we're really focusing on not having that thing in our life. And that focus of thinking about the thing and not having it is perpetuating a cycle of you continually not having it. But it's an easy fix, and you can just double check it. So what I want you to do is really get clear, even if you're not a visualizer, even if you're not an inner conversations person or a visualizer or someone that has a scene that you loop or you think about when you're focusing, even if you script or do affirmations. I want you to get really clear on what it's like after you have the experience and after you have the thing. And I don't mean focus on that moment when it happens. Don't focus on the moment of the manifestation. So let's say you're focusing on marrying your specific person. Don't think of, you can if it feels good. You can think of the moment of at your wedding and you're getting the ring on your finger. You can think of that, but really you need to think of something after that. Neville Goddard suggests when someone was manifesting marriage, to think about being in your bed at night with your ring on. But it's after, you've been married, you're together, and it's just a regular, mundane kind of night, and you're in your bed with your ring on. An image that I really like is just something that's kind of simple, like you're in your kitchen, and you don't have to know exactly what the kitchen looks like. You can make it kind of generic. Putting food on a plate, either for your specific person or maybe your specific person is doing that for you. If you're manifesting something like winning the lottery or lots of money, you want to think how it feels after you've had that money for a little bit. You're not always going to experience the high emotions and excitement of finding out you won the lottery or finding out you have lots of money. And so when you practice the feeling of after, then it's really kind of settled. So this week, or I guess really last week now when I'm recording this, but very recently I had a really big manifestation finish. And it happened kind of in parts. And I was really not super worried about it. It's the manifestation that I was really detached from. And I'll tell you that when I did my focusing, it was very brief. And it was just like, oh, that's done. And when it happened, I almost didn't have any emotions about it. I'm excited. I know that I'm excited that this manifestation happened last week. And I'm thrilled with the result. It was a very big manifestation. It resulted in a very good circumstance for my life. But at the same time, I had been practicing this feeling of it's done so much that I wasn't that surprised when it happened. Even though it did this, I will say this manifestation took several years to unfold. I've been manifesting it. I don't know the very first time I focused on it. I really honestly can't say that. But the steps of its unfolding really started in late 2019, and the manifestation just completed, like I said, last week in 2022. So it took some time for this to unfold completely. And that whole time, I really just touched base with it when I was focused. I didn't even think about it all the time. And I also really just said, you know what, whatever happens, happens. And I'm good. Either way, I want this, but I don't need it to happen. But I got it. The manifestation happened, and it's very exciting. I just wanted to take a minute today to remind you to double check your focusing. Make sure you're focusing on something that is you having the manifestation, not something that's you not having it and thinking about the manifestation. I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, I can clarify that. Thank you so much for listening, and may you manifest exactly what you want.